I see a few. I see Chris Tomlinson here. I don't know, Delegate Chris Tomlinson. And many others probably cannot make it up to the stage. If you get a chance to, you will, but I'm just going to mention some of the few that always introduce pro-life legislation for us here. Senator Mary Beth Carosa. Senator Bill Folden, who is a new pro-life member who's already doing great things. Senate Minority Leader Steve Hershey. Senator Johnny Mouse. Senator Mike McKay. I know they're here somewhere, but this is such a great turnout. Senator Justin Reedy. Senator Johnny Ray Salling always puts in great heartbeat bills. Senator Brian Simonaire, who reaches out for us with his legal defense work. Delegate Chris Adams. Delegate Steve Ahrens. Another new delegate, Christopher Boucher, who is a big advocate for fathers' rights. Fantastic. Minority Leader Jason Buckle, who is here somewhere trying to catch up in the crowd. He's got a really, really tough job to do. Reach out to Delegate Buckle. Let him know that you stand with him in defense of life. Delegate Brian Chisholm. Delegate Barry Ciliberti, who always puts in pain-capable bills and ultrasound bills for us. Delegate Robin Grammer, another fantastic advocate for life. Delegate Mike Griffith, who's advocating on the right for those who are adoptees. Great advocate for adoption. Delegate Wayne Hartman, who's a great advocate against assisted suicide. Delegate Kevin Hornberger. Our former minority leader, Nick Kipke, who did great things to get abortion regulations for abortion clinics in 2012. Delegate Bob Long. Delegate Nino Mangione. Delegate Susan McComas, who has a great bill in to protect women against abortion coercion with Senator Carosa this year. Delegate Rick Metzger, another big advocate for the heartbeat bills. Delegate April Miller, who is a huge advocate for parental rights. We know we've got some mama bears and papa bears in the room here. Delegate Rachel Munoz, who also has her own beautiful family and is a very strong advocate for life from Anne Arundel. We appreciate you. Delegate Jesse Pippy, our minority whip. Delegate April Rose, that does a lot in the House Republican caucus to kind of spearhead and organize the pro-life bills. We appreciate Delegate Rose. And Delegate Bill Weibel, who always fights for us. He's a courageous advocate in floor debate, putting in all those amendments to try to help the defenseless preborn and medically vulnerable in the House. Okay, so again, please, continue to reach out to these legislators. It gets very lonely as a pro-life legislator in Annapolis. Let them know that you stand with them. Maryland Right to Life tries to make that very easy for you. We've provided a list of all the bills that we're supporting and all the bills that we are opposing on our website. And there is a very easy tool that you can use called our Take Action tool. It takes you 5 minutes. You put in your name and address, and it will automatically send letters of support or opposition to your own legislators. Really quick and easy. So we encourage you to go and use that website. Check it often, www.mdrtl.org. And now it's my pleasure to introduce a new friend who's really going to do some great things in Maryland. He's with the Maryland Policy Institute, and this is Mr. Jonathan Alexander. Jonathan.
You can take a break from the umbrella. Thank you.
I'm going to keep the mic dry, though.
Thank you. Well, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. I'm Jonathan Alexander. As stated, I'm an attorney and counsel for the Maryland Family Institute. And I am here, and I know we are all here to stand for the babies that need our defense. To speak for the babies that can't speak for themselves. And to free babies from the crime of abortion here in Maryland. We are here to fight for Maryland's preborn babies. The state of Maryland stands unique in its story. Maryland's greatest son, Frederick Douglass, and its greatest daughter, Harriet Tubman, not only did they free themselves, but they also set a path for others to be freed as well. freed from the shackles of slavery. And while Maryland no longer has slavery, while Maryland no longer has a legal separate status between black and white, discriminating against race, no fault has been greater, no scourge has been more pronounced against this state than Maryland's ongoing sanctioning of the murder of innocent babies in the womb. So we are here to continue freedom, but this time to free Maryland's babies from the shackles and the chains of abortion. And just like in slavery, just like in segregation, more often than not, it is those that are on the fringes of society or the less than citizen that bears the brunt of our bad laws. And as stated, Maryland abortion laws do this every day to black babies. And so until abortion is properly dealt with, until it is eradicated from our narrative, it'll always be the blood-stained, damaging plague that erodes and devastates our state's core value of life. The victims that are brutally and repeatedly suffering under these regimes are the thousands of black babies who could have otherwise been standing up here with us or could have been marching here with you all. Instead, their lives are being torn apart limb from limb by a manipulative abortionist. But we march here to stop that. I see something different for this state. I see in front of me a free state and a free people, a people who love life, a people who love mothers, a people who are committed to do the work to free preborn babies from the shackles of abortion. And so we will commit to this day. We will set this day in history where a preborn baby, maybe 5 or 10 years down the road, maybe 100 years down the road, can look back on this day and say, my life was saved because these Marylanders marched. That baby will say, my life was saved because these Marylanders fought for me to be free. To be free from the abortion industry in Maryland, to be free from the manipulative, coercive, damaging act of abortion, to be free from that evil, deliberate practice that targets black babies. That's what true freedom looks like. It's the freedom to live. The first freedom of our state is the freedom to live. You know, about a year ago, there was an artist who drew a picture of a black baby in the womb. And I know it's hard to see, but it was on social media. It ran a storm across social media, and everyone could see a beautiful black face in the womb. And you can appreciate the rarity of seeing this beautiful black face. And you and I can see it now, this beautiful black face in the womb. But when we see a beautiful black face, a Maryland abortionist sees a dollar sign. When you and I see a beautiful black face, a Maryland abortionist sees a way to make a profit off of killing it. When you and I see this beautiful black face, a Maryland abortionist builds an abortion mill in Baltimore City or in PG County where they can lure in a mother to terminate their pregnancy. You and I can see this beautiful black face, but the abortion industry manufactures a pill and then sends it to a mother, mails it to our neighborhood so that that young mother next door ends that baby's life. You and I can see this beautiful black face, but Planned Parenthood, even here in Maryland, put into practice what their founder years ago said, I want to get rid of the undesirable race. That's right. You and I can see this black face, but abortion calls black and brown babies weeds. Abortion in Maryland sheds the blood of over 24 of these babies every day. Abortion stops a beating heart. It inflicts pain. It drowns in poison. It rips a baby limb from limb. They end that life. And in the last 50 years, they've killed close to 500,000 black Marylanders. You and I can see this beautiful black face, but the abortion industry, they see their next victim of a state and a culture which made abortion available. Keep your hands off Maryland's black babies. We invite everyone, even if you were at once a pro-abortion proponent, even if you were just on the fence on this issue, we invite you to promote true freedom in this state. We were free from the shackles of slavery. We are free from the pangs of segregation, and one day we will be free from the crime and the evil of abortion. Abortion does not stand a chance against these free Marylanders. Every color, every race, every age, every county, every neighborhood represented here today will fight until we all are free indeed. And so we invite everyone to see these babies just the same way that we see them. See them as being beautiful. See them as being loved. See them as one day being free from the crime of abortion.
Yeah!